Hey everybody, it's me Chris. I'm back in the kitchen. I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving. And then, listen, you gotta subscribe to my channel, DiGiovanna Family Recipes. That's my YouTube channel. I teach everybody how to make all my homemade recipes. Alright, so check it out. Now today, I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving, and probably the most important thing other than the turkey, in my mind, is the stuffing. You gotta have a great stuffing. And people seem to really love the way I make it. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Take a look at the ingredients I got over here. So I'm using two types of bread. This is white bread stuffing loaf. So it's basically a loaf of white bread that's not sliced. I cut it up into about 1-inch cubes, and I put it on a sheet pan in the oven on 300 for just about 10 minutes till it's nice and dried out. Okay, and I'm making extra stuffing, so I'm also using a bag of this herb store-bought cube stuffing. You could use one or the other. I like to combine both. It just gives different flavors and textures. It's really good. I got some fresh garlic here. I got some fresh thyme that I tied up with some butcher's twine. This is chopped sage leaves, fresh parsley. I got a whole bunch of onions and celery. I got about at least 2 cups of each, diced in about 1/4-inch dice. I got about a couple pounds of sweet Italian sausage, 1½ sticks of butter, unsalted. I'm going to use, of course, some extra virgin olive oil, some salt, pepper. I got some homemade turkey stock here. This is about 6 cups. I don't know if I'll use it all, but maybe most of it. And I got the biggest pan I got, frying pan, non-stick. It's already hot. I got the fire on. My pan's really nice and hot, so the first thing I gotta do to make my stuffing is start to brown up the sausage. So I'm gonna come in here, some extra virgin olive oil in my pan. I'm gonna put my sausage in there, and what I'm gonna do is I use this flat wooden spatula, and I'm just gonna start breaking it up and browning up the sausage. Alright, so my sausage is nice and brown. As you can see, I've been breaking it up into small pieces. And now this is just Italian sweet sausage. I took it out of the casing, so you gotta check though, because sometimes they don't come seasoned that well. And I like extra fennel, so I'm gonna add a little bit more fennel seeds to my sausage for some extra flavoring. I'm just gonna give that a quick toss so that it falls to the bottom and starts to toast. And then I'm gonna add my celery and onion right in, and at this point I want to season the celery and onions. Okay, the sausage is kind of salty, so I didn't need to add anything to it, but my celery and onions I want to salt and pepper now because it'll help cook down both of them and it'll draw out some of the moisture. So my kosher salt, my fresh cracked pepper. And I'm going to get this going for another 5 minutes till the veggies start to soften up. Alright, so my onions and celery started to soften. And by the way, I've been cooking this since I've been browning the sausage on high heat. I got the flame turned up as high as I can get it. So now that the celery and onions have started to soften, I'm going to add my garlic. And I got this a garlic press. So you just put the cloves in there. I think I could do 2 at a time, and close it up and just press it in, and you get nice smooth consistency to the garlic, no big chunks. Alright, so I got my garlic all in there. I want to add my thyme at this point, and I'm just going to tap it down with the back of my knife to release some of the oils and just throw the whole thing in there. And anything that falls on the board, you just pick it up and throw it right in. Just don't throw the stems. I can just pick that off of there. See, we got one more stem in there. And then this is my chopped. This is mostly sage. I added a little bit of parsley and thyme in here as well. So it's just a mixture of herbs. I'm going to add that all right in. And then my chopped parsley, I'm going to add in all of it. It's about 1/4 of a cup. And just give this a stir and cook it for another minute or two. Alright, so just a minute or two. My herbs, I wanted to make sure they were well incorporated into my sausage. And I'm just going to start to add and ladle in some of my turkey stock. And I'm going to put in at least half the stock. Alright, so I added actually 8 ladles worth of stock into my sausage mixture. I'm just going to give this a little stir and let it cook just a couple minutes to incorporate, and we'll be ready to put it all together. Okay, so we're looking good now. At this point, I'm going to remove the thyme bundle, get rid of that, set it aside, and I'm going to add my butter. This is a stick and a half of butter. And you could use more or less, it's up to you. I'm just going to stir this in and let it melt. Alright, so once the butter has all melted, I'm going to start to incorporate my stuffing. I'm going to go with the plain bread first. I'm going to put all of it in, even the crumbs, and just start to work it in to the stock and let it absorb all that liquid. Alright, so you can see here, my bread has soaked up all of that liquid. Now I'm going to come in with some of my other dried stuffing, and I don't need this whole bag. I'm only adding half the bag, or a little less than half the bag. And then I'm going to come back to my stock, and I'm just going to start ladling it in until this gets all absorbed in the dry stuffing. Alright, so what I did was I added the rest of my stock, and then I just gradually started adding the rest of the dried cube stuffing till I got the consistency I want. You can see it's really moist, but it's not soup and it's not too dry, and I think this is the perfect consistency of my stuffing. So now I'm ready to transfer it to my baking dish. Alright, so my stuffing is done and I transferred it into my pans, and it really smells incredible. It smells like Thanksgiving. And you can notice what I did. I didn't overload the pans here because I want to get a maximum surface area, because now you're going to bake this at about 400, 425, just until it gets brown and crusty on the top. Or you don't even have to bake it. You could eat it just like this, and it's really incredible. Give it a try. Unbelievably delicious. And I guarantee you, try and make it the way I made it. It's one of the best stuffings you'll ever have. Thanks for watching my video.